2.
Was that yours or you want me to do mine?
I figured we go back and forth. Man.
Okay. All right. Speaking of other things that are super controversial right now in America, the Super Bowl and how pretty much some people feel like the two teams that are there shouldn't even be there and that this is an unworthy Super Bowl. I heard someone else say that, so I'm going to say that because I was like, oh, that sounds nice. So let's start with the St. Louis Rams and the...
Los Angeles Rams.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They're the Los Angeles Rams.
That's a whole nother sore subject right there.
The Los Angeles, they leave, then they start winning.
Yeah, my family's from St. Louis, so...
Oh, so that's soon. The Los Angeles Rams and the Saints game, that game had a whole lot of bad calls all throughout it, but the one that kind of made everybody just up in arms, a shot heard around the world, was towards the end of the game, last 2 minutes, Drew Brees threw a pass into the end zone, which would have put them into... Well, they would have won the game, just pretty much. They would have won the game. But the other player from the Rams team, the play ended up being an actual pass interference because it was helmet to helmet. Didn't even look back to try to look like he was going for the ball. They just went up and smacked. And referee just called it incomplete pass, which everybody and their mama said, no, that's pass interference. But the rest calls stand, and then there wasn't any sort of rule in place where the box office can take it and just make an automatic review. And so since that happened, the Rams got the ball, and they were able to win the game, which had everybody super pissed.
Yeah. And then with the Patriots game versus... It was Patriots-Chiefs, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't see the game, so I'm getting this secondhand in my earpiece right now. I'm just kidding. I'm not that techie. So from what I understand, there was basically the same type of situation. Tom Brady threw the pass, and the guy came from behind and just kind of barely scraped his helmet. And they called roughing the passer. And so it just seemed like a lot. And there was some other call that they reviewed and then decided to not change it or something like that. Sorry, I'm screwing this up.
Do you know?
I didn't watch the whole game, but I've heard like bits and pieces. Like I forgot which play it was, but yeah, they reviewed a play, ended up going against the Chiefs, which would have given them the ball, and they would have been able to win the game. But the game ended up going into overtime for both the games. But yeah, so pretty much it was a whole thing of just bad play calling the entire time. And like I've heard several people say, like the entire year the refs have been making these weird janky calls, and they realize that there not any rules in place in the NFL right now for these certain situations, and then it ends up either costing somebody a victory or pretty much messing things up to where everything ends up turning completely around, which, costs you a victory anyway. Or in the cases of the Saints and the Chiefs, it costs you a chance at a championship and then a shot at the Super Bowl to win the play in the Super Bowl. So it's right now the NFL has to look at a lot of things that they've been doing, because in the past couple of years, since they've tried to make the game a safer game and everything, they inadvertently made it a little worse because things can't go the way they used to, because there's so many rules in place to keep people safe, but there's not enough rules for the game to be played the right way.
Wow. And from what I understand, there was a lot there. The refs that were calling the game for the Patriots, a lot of them for the Rams game, a lot of them either lived in Los Angeles or actually used to play for the Rams or something like that. So there's a lot of conflict of interest going on from what I understand. And
Twitter was blowing up that day. Ali Sproul was tweeting like every 5 seconds about the game. I felt like I watched it.
My
Yeah.
uncle was mad. He's a Chiefs fan. He was super mad. And my brother-in-law lost $20.
Oh
At
man.
least he didn't lose more than that.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real. Yeah. So we might end up doing like a bonus show where we bring my brother on and him and Quin can hash it out about football and stuff. Because Quin is actually a record playing football,
Record
a
holding.
record holding football player in his own right.
Back in the day, before I blew my back out.
Or is this a David Dunn situation where you faked the whole thing?
Oh.
Unbreakable reference. So, also in about the Super Bowl, I saw this weird thing. Skittles. Did you guys see this? Skittles is doing they're doing like an anti Super Bowl ad. So, so they've got an all-star cast led by Michael C. Hall from Dexter, and they're doing a one-time performance, 30-minute Broadway show on the day of the Super Bowl, and you have to buy tickets. Tickets range from like $30 to $200, and they're doing this thing, and it's a Skittles Broadway thing on the day of the Super Bowl, but it's not going to air on during the Super Bowl or anything like that. It's just the most Skittles thing ever. It's like, hey, you know what? What's the weirdest thing we could do?
Skittles Broadway show.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they're just like, taste the rainbow, Broadway to rainbow. Anyway, it's weird.
Slogans.